Okay, look at this gold 5-minute chart, and I want you to just stare at it for a second before I say anything else. Pure candles, nothing on it, just look at it. What do you actually see? Because be honest with yourself. You see pretty much nothing, right? It just goes up a bit, sideways, down a bit, up again. It's noise. It's not telling you anything. And that's exactly the problem I had for way too long staring at the charts like this one. And this is the whole video. Give me like 90 seconds and I'm gonna make this exact chart, the same one, actually talk to you. Not with some repainting indicator that Phillips said signal after the candle already closed and screwed you over, not with 12 moving averages tangled up crossing each other so you have no idea what you're even looking at. Two things, that's it. Each solve one specific problem. One just tells you the state of the markets in, is it trending, is it ranging, and the other shows you where the trend actually sits on the chart. And more importantly, when it flips, you put those together and look, that boring candle chart from 10 seconds ago suddenly starts making a lot of sense. Alright, look at the oscillator underneath the chart. It's green right now. And go look at the market above it. It's in an uptrend. Clean push, higher highs, matches up. Now watch. The oscillator turns white, goes flat. Go look back at the price. What's it doing? Sideways. Chop, no direction. So you see how it's telling you before you even really look? Then it turns green again, and yep, back in an uptrend. White, flat again, sideways again, same as before. Then it turns red, and this time price actually roll over, downtrend starts. That's not luck, that's not coincidence, that is the tool. That's the whole point of it. It is called the range oscillator. And really, it's what it's actually doing for you is answering one question before you even have to think about it. Is it market trending right now, or is it just ranging? It is the Zierman's range oscillator on TradingView. Here's how I've got it set, and settings matter, so don't skip it. Minimum range 200, range width 3, wick bullish, wick bearish, both set to white, plus 100 level green, minus 100 level red. And look, here's the part that actually matters, the levels, because people miss this. When it says between plus 100 and minus 100, markets ranging. Don't force a trade in there. I don't care how good it looks. When it's green above the plus 100, that's bullish momentum. You're in an uptrend. When it's red below minus 100, bearish momentum. You're in a downtrend. That's indicator 1. One glance at this panel and look, you already know more about this chart than most people staring at bear candles wondering why they keep losing. Okay, second piece. That one's called HLOTT, High and Low Optimized Trend Tracker. And my settings, and again these matters, OTT period 2, optimization 2, highest and lowest length 10. The rule that actually matters, the one you need to remember is this. Price above the HLOTT band, uptrend, price below it, downtrend. That's it. That's the whole rule. Now let's actually look at what's happening on the chart, because this is where it clicks. Price is moving in what I call an impulse, which is just a strong push in a direction of the trend. And look, watch the purple band. It steps up right along with the price, hanging it as it climbs. Then after the impulse, price pauses, dips a little against the trend. That's the pullback. And this is temporary. It's not a reversal, which is the mistake people make. They see the dip and panic. No, price just stays near the band and then it continues higher. So this rhythm repeats, impulse up, pull back, impulse up again, pull back again. And every leg's pushing the bands higher, which is confirming over and over that that's uptrends still intact. Now here's the moment you actually care about. The trend changes. Instead of holding the band and pushing higher, price breaks down through it and the HLOTT band flips, stops stepping up, starts stepping down. That flip, that's your signal. Plain and simple. The uptrend's done. Now downtrend is starting. And it's the exact same logic mirror on the way down. Price impulses down and bands steps down with it. Then you get a correction, a pullback upward against the downtrend where price pushes back toward the band, gets rejected, continues down, impulse down, correction up, impulse down again, a small pullback, sharp impulse down again, and every time price fails to close back above that band and gets rejected instead, that's confirming, look, the downtrend is still in control. That's your cue. Okay, so now you've got the impulse and the pullback. Here's the actual rule we trade off of, and look, this is the part people rush past. So slow down with me here. We don't try to catch the impulse. I want you to say that again because it trips people up. We do not try to catch the impulse directly. We trade the pullback. Every time price pull back inside or against the HLOTT band, that pullback carves its own little structure, and we draw a trend line on the pullback wave itself. Look at the chart. Price impulses up hard, it starts pulling back, and as it's pulling back, it traces out this small discounting trend line. That trend line is our trigger. Step 1. Mark the pullback trend line. The second the impulse stalls and price starts correcting down, connect the lower highs of that pullback with a line. Step 2. Wait for the break. And look, we do not enter on the pullback itself. That's how people get faked out. That's the mistake. We wait for price to close back above that trend line. That close is telling you the pullback is done. Next impulse legs starting. Step 3. Confirm with momentum. This is where the oscillator comes back into. As the breakout happens, we want to see it turning green, pushing above plus 100, because that's a real momentum behind the move, not just some weak wick poking through the line. Step 4. Entry, stop loss, target. Entry triggers the moment the trend line breaks with the momentum confirming it. A stop loss, recent swing low, or the HLOTT band itself either works, because if price trades back below that, look, the pullback structures failed. Setup's dead. You're out. Target 2R take profit. Twice what you risk. Now flip it for short. Same exact logic. Prices in a downtrend impulsing down inside the band, correcting upward, and the correction carves a small rising trend line. This time, just flip. We wait for the breakdown below that line, confirmed by the oscillator flipping red, pushing below the 0 or pushing below the 100 line. Entry on the breakdown, a stop above the recent swing high, same to our target, same logic, just mirror. Trend line break triggers it, HLOTT and the swing high are your stop, oscillator confirms, and you ride the impulse down.